Welcome to this week's episode of The Way We Farm. So today Diane and I are going to do a quick video about toys and how much we love toys. What do you think, honey?
Well, I want to know, why do you need toy tractors and combines? I don't feel the need to have a toy vacuum cleaner or washing machine.
Who invited her to be in this video? Okay, you can run along now. She has a point. So today we're going to talk about some of the toys that I have and the reason I have them. So right here we have a 7720 combine. When I was younger, I had a 7720 combine I owned with my brother. I sold it to a guy, bought it back when we started farming in 2010. I probably bought it in around 2012. I bought the old 7700 or 20 back. So got one here with a flex head on it. Love my 7720. And then we're just going to go down through here. So I got this Steiger tractor. And the reason I have this Steiger, I've always wanted a Steiger my whole life. I always thought Steigers were cool. Someday I'll own one. And because the green ones just are little too old and not enough horsepower, I never bought one except the toy version. And then if you'll remember, back at Christmas time, we bought a 400 HD. So that technically says Steiger on the hood. So I finally got a Steiger. And then I got my 4430 and a GT dryer. The first year we farmed in 2010, we had a 4430 running a GT dryer before we had a shop or anything. It just sat on the edge of the driveway with a propane tank. And I'd start a batch in the morning before I go to work. Diane would babysit it, and then I would dump it in a friend's truck. Then I would refill it that night after work. Then I would go combine load. We were borrowing a neighbor's tractor trailer that held like 1,300 bushel or 1,200 bushel, and I'd combine with my old 8820. So my friend at I think it's Two Scale Fabrication, he built this dryer. He sells toys, and if you look him up on Instagram, I believe it's Two Scale Fabrication, the number 2, and so bought that little GT dryer. The second year we farmed, we were using a Kinsey 6-row, which we just sold like last year. So we run a Kinsey 6-row for over 10 years on the farm. And so I have a little Kinsey 6-row to put behind the 4430. Then we're going to talk about this 4010. So in 1969, the year before I was born, my grandfather and dad bought a 4010 diesel. And I grew up with that, and man, I thought that was one cool tractor. I still think it's a cool tractor. My dad and brother still farm with it. My youngest brother uses it to this day. And so I just always wanted a 4010, so I found a toy 4010, had to have it. So I used to take my my nephews and my son to toy shows, and I always wanted a 4320 without a cab. So I bought this toy model. And just cool tractors. 4320s are cool. I always wanted one. So I bought this one. And lo and behold, in 2016, if you go back to one of our past episodes a few weeks ago of Tom's Toys, I was in the shop of the real life 4320 we bought in 2016 that we run grain auger and stuff with. And then a friend of mine came up to our tractor show this past year, the Sunday Labor Day weekend. Matt come up from... he's a dairy farmer down in New Jersey, and when he went home, he sent me this cool 830 diesel standard. So someday I'd love to own a real 830, but pretty much everything on this table, I've had the real life version of it one time or another. So maybe there's an 830 in my future. We'll see. So last but not least, I've always wanted a 6030. I thought they were cool. I've told people before they're so cool. I'd love to have one someday. So we ended up, I was at that toy show in Geneseo, New York years ago, and they had a Precision Elite 6030 with a cab. So at the time, the sticker on here says $89. I probably bought this about 7-8 years ago. So always wanted a 6030. So I bought the toy, brought it home, and put it in the office. I just thought it was cool. I should take it out of the box. I don't really care about the box. I'm never going to sell it or get rid of it, but just looks cool. 6030 with a cab. 5 years ago, my friend found me a real 6030 with a cab, row crop, and we bought it 5 years ago this past January. So in one of our future episodes of Tom's Toys, we're going to talk about the 60-30. We still have a 75-20 to do, and we've got our 44-40 and our 46-50 to do, and our John Deere 720 that my dad and grandfather bought back in the early 60s or late 50s. They bought it used at an auction. So anyways, that's going to be a special one. We're going to try to interview my dad for that one. So we're excited about this series, and these are some of the toys I have. So I've had some comments the last time I posted Tom's Toys. Let me know about the toys you guys have. I know a lot of you out there have toys, and we've got some in the basement from when I was a kid. I've got 9500 in the office and a few other toys, but these are some of the ones that are special to me because I either have run the real life version or, like I say, my dad's got the 4010. So anyways, it was great to do this video, and as always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend about the Way We Farm YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week. And it's always a great day to feed the world.